A very good afternoon. So let us cover some portion from the fourth unit. Is my voice audible to you?
Yes, sir. Audible. Sir.
Yeah. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fine. So the next topic which we are going to discuss is about migration towards the cloud. So when we have to move to the cloud, then. So from where we have to start? Means if an individual or an organization wish to actually move towards cloud, so from where they have to start. So because it's a very big thing actually. So we cannot understand. Sometimes we cannot understand from where we have to start. So therefore, we need to think over as an administrator to an organization or an individual. You have to think and you have to use some several migration tools and strategies. Means you have to build up some strategies so that you can move towards the cloud. So if you first today, if we talk first about the cloud services for the individuals here, so the basic way to move to the cloud by an individual or a small business level is going means there are several popular applications are available in the market. Uh, Several popular applications are available in the market. You can choose any one of the application and you can move towards it. And those applications are actually available for you for free of cost, or they are offered at very lower cost. So with very low cost, those are been available for you, and you can simply move towards it. So you have, for example, you are using Gmail. Actually, a Gmail is actually a free service which is available for you, which is provided by Google. So what you can do, you can create an account and you can send and receive the mails from your on your computer. Okay, and you can work on a document also. You can synchronize the files from your laptop, computers, and smartphones using these cloud-based services. So there are several popular cloud applications which are available for you, which can be used at an individual level or a small organization level. So if we discuss few of them here, first is Apple's Mobile Me. So which the service synchronizes the emails, photos, and contacts among multiple devices. So when you're using several devices like laptops, computers, mobile devices, they can be synced as long as you have to access the Apple Cloud services. Means you can access them from any of the devices, provided you log in into that device using this account, and you can access the same. So these all things can be synced. Likewise, you have Google Docs providing an intuitive interface. So this provides an application that you normally associate with a desktop. Means you have a desktop level experience with this Google Docs, where you can have a word processor, a spreadsheet, or a presentation designer, where you can create the Word documents. You can prepare a spreadsheet, or you can even prepare a presentation, and these documents are saved on the cloud or locally, and also multiple document means the multiple people can collaborate with each other and they can start working on the same document. Okay, so they can start working on the document. Next, likewise we have uh, Adobe Acrobat. So this also we are using for as a PDF reader. So it is a free PDF reader which is available to you. What you can do here, you can use this software to create your PDF files and also to read your PDF files. So this provides its own online word processor and cloud storage space for your documents. So it provides an online word processor as well as a cloud storage space for documents. So it includes collaboration tools and an online PDF converter. So it has an online PDF converter also, where you can convert the normal Word documents into PDF. Likewise, you have Juicy. It is a Flash-based desktop environment mostly for the users of internet caves. So dragging a file onto the desktop uploads it into the cloud, giving you access to your files from any internet connected computer. So what you can do here is when you're using this Juicy, so it can just drag a file onto the desktop. Upload means if you're dragging a file onto your desktop, it uploads to the cloud and you can access that file from any internet connected computer. Then you have Evernote and another application which is used to save the photographs, your screenshots or files to the servers in the cloud. So what you can do here, you can save your photographs, either your screenshots or file, and if the images are having text, they are scanned and indeed to create a virtual database. Various client software packages allows PCs, Macs, iPhones, and other endpoints to synchronize Evernote data with the cloud. Means what you can do here also, you can log in into several devices, and all this information can be synced and it can be saved on the cloud. Then you have Microsoft Live Search and another application. It is a mobile phone search engine used. Uses heavy cloud processing to bring the details such as to the handheld devices. Means if you want the details to your handheld devices like your phones, mobile phones, you can go for this Microsoft Live Search. Then you have a Twitter phone, so uses speech recognition in the cloud to transcribe voice messages into tweets on the Twitter social network. Means if you want to make tweets, means you can give the voice messages on this, and it converts the voice messages into tweets on the Twitter social network. Then you have List Socrata, and another tool, a database tool with an very interesting data interface. So where you can drag and drop and you can design the database. Then you have the how-to videos. Means it has the videos also which will tell you how to create a database. How what means how can you design an interface, and after creation also this database can be shared with other users on the site. Then after that we have the Picnic, and another software provides photo editing cloud. Means it is a photo editing software. This service provides the photo editing in the cloud. You can upload your pictures from your local machine or import them from another site like Flickr or Facebook. Means what you can do here, you can upload your pictures from your local machines. Means if you are using any machine, you can upload it from that machine and import them from other sites. Means you can import the photograph from your Flickr or Facebook. Also, it is as photo editing tools. So many powerful photo editing tools are available for us, where you can use to edit your photograph. You can add text, shapes, or frames to your photos. Then you have Adobe Photoshop Express. This is another editor by the creators of powerful Photoshop application. You can store your photos. So Photoshop also, we will use to actually edit our photograph. Okay, so what you can do here, you can store your photographs on the cloud, edit them with the same tools that you use with your desktop version photograph. Means this Photoshop Express is actually cloud version where you can save the photographs on the cloud, you can edit them. Okay, once the photo editing is done, you can add it to your photo site gallery. Then you have a Ghost, another software standing for the global hosted operating system. So it is a global hosted operating system. It is a flash-based virtual operating system. The site has a feel of computer desktop and offer you 5 GB of free storage. Okay, and 3 GB for email, web, and office applications. Means it will actually give you an appearance of a local desktop, where means the screen will look like a desktop. You can work it, but everything whatever you're doing here will be saved on the cloud, as it is providing you 5 GB of free storage and 3 GB for your email. Okay, so all these applications you can use at an individual level as well as a small business level. So by using them, what you can do here is, if you are interested, then simply you can migrate towards cloud. Then you have another interesting application which is discussed here is about a Skytap solution. So it is actually offering a virtual lab. Virtual lab means an imaginary lab here which is available for you. In that lab, what you can do here, you can have an environment where you can build up your applications. So it is actually providing an API also where the existing desktop version can be connected to this cloud version and you can start working. So in this, what happens here is they offer you an API. As I just told you, the more solid migration means you simply can easily migrate from your existing tool to this cloud-based version. So let us understand and see all the aspects of this Skytap virtual lab. So it is a cloud-based virtualization solution. Offers the Skytap virtual lab. Means the Skytap company, formerly it is called as an Illumita. So it is a virtual automation solution available on-demand service over the web. So what you can do here, the Skytap provides customers with the cloud-based services that enable them to capitalize on the way of virtualization technology sweeping the industry. So what it is doing, it is providing you a cloud-based services. Means for its customers, it is providing the cloud-based services. So which are used to capitalize on the wave of virtualization. As we have discussed earlier, of course, I told you about the VMware and also about the Microsoft's product also about the virtualization. So here, because the virtualization is leading the industry here, so what you can do here is you can go for this Skytap where you can capitalize the way of virtualization technology. Means you use them as the virtualization solution. So in this, what you can do here is the cloud computing is gaining traction because of growing percentage of companies. So slowly, because at that time, number of companies are actually moving towards the cloud. So there is a demand for the delivery value of quickly scale with the business need and don't have a risk of an in-house implementation. Means when you are not having a risk and you can scale up easily, you need to have a solution, and Skytap actually providing you such solution. So it combines the cloud-based virtualized infrastructure with an industry-leading lab automation applications. Means what it is doing here, it is combining the cloud-based virtualized infrastructure. So you have a virtual infrastructure with an industry-leading automation applications has a tremendous potential to improve the timely delivery of quality applications to the business while increasing the lab efficiency and lowering the cost. Means what you can do here is it has a high potential to improve the timely delivery of quality applications. So what you can do here, you can develop the quality applications using this Skytap virtual lab, so which are required for the business for its increasing lab efficiency and lower cost. So it is a virtual lab solution available as a service over web. It enables application development and test teams to provisional lab infrastructure on demand, including the server, software, networking, and storage. So what you can do here, you can have a virtualized lab environment. So generally, see, if you want to develop an application, you require several number of applications, softwares, and everything. So what this Skytap is going to do here is providing you a virtual environment. So this enables the application development and testing teams. Means it is actually helpful for both the testing teams as well as the application development teams to provision the lab infrastructure on demand. So which includes the server, software, networking, and storage, and utilize a powerful virtual lab management application to automate setup, testing, teardown of complex multi-tied environments. So what you can do here, you can utilize this powerful virtual lab management applications. So to automate the setup, means you can automate the setup as well as you get the testing. The testing can be automated, and you can tear down the complex multi-tier environments. It also gives the distributed teams the capability to collaborate and rapidly resolve the software defects using virtual lab and virtual project environment. So another advantage of this Skytap is actually providing you the capability to collaborate. The teams can be collaborate with each other, and then what you can do here, you can resolve the software debates using this virtual lab and virtual project environment. So Skytap's introduction of virtual automation as software as service offering provides a flexible entry point to the existing world of virtualization. So what you can do here, because of simplicity, so you can easily enter into the world of virtualization using this Skytap solution. It is actually provided you as a service, software as a service. And it is Skytap customers include independent software vendors. So who are going to use this Skytap here? So we have the ISVs, the independent software vendors are using it. We have a system integrators and the testing outsourcing firms. So generally, see testing is actually done by a third party sometimes. So the outsourcing firms are adopting this Skytap. We have a mid-sized companies and departments within the global enterprises that want to benefit the Skytap virtual lab mm, uh, providers. The Skytap solution enables us to quickly scale up our lab infrastructure to meet our tight development deadlines. So when what you can do here is you can scale up easily. So whenever you want extra requirement of the system, you can easily scale up our lab infrastructure. Means if suppose if you require more memory, more processing power, more storage, what you can do here, you can simply scale up to meet the tight development deadlines. So easily you can scale up because everything is provided to you virtually. So you can have our global application development team with the tools and platforms that need to test and ship the products on time. So what you can do because of the resource availability, what you can do, you can develop the application in time. Okay, so customers using Skytap use the following access the following accesses. There means if you are a Skytap customer, so you have a virtual infrastructure on demand. That means that unlimited hardware, software, and storage are available from any location and any browser. So you have an unlimited availability of hardware, software, as well as the storage means from any location. So it scales up and down with software project demands and requires no upfront investment, means no requirement of an investment, upfront investment here. What you can do here is you can scale up and you can scale down as required. So the next point here is the setup, the automated setup and teardown of environments. So what you can do here using this virtual lab automation application that eliminates manual setup, means no need of a manual setup here. You can have an automated setup which is done and it takes down the task, means it is going to divide the task and enables rapid provisioning and replication of multi machine production environments for the development and testing. Means what you can do here, you can tear down the task and you can actually test them easily on different machines, since the replication machine replications can be done very easily. And you have a library, the Skytap library, which is pre-populated with the library of functions, which includes the majority operating systems, databases, and applications in multiple languages that dramatically reduces the media installation tasks and enable construction of lab environments by dragging and dropping pre-configured virtual machines. So what you can do here is already many operating systems, databases, multiple applications are available to you online ready-madely. What you can do here is you simply drag and drop them and then you can start using them. So construction of lab environment is very easy on the virtual machine. Then you have collaboration in a virtual environment. The capability of instantly collaborate on a software issues and defects in a virtualized environment, means you have the capability to instantly collaborate on software issues. Means what you can do here, if multiple people are working on an environment, so simply they can collaborate with each other easily. Entire multi-mission lab environments can be suspended and shared with the distributed global team members to enable pre-production and diagnostic of software bugs and issues. So what you can here is you're having multi-mission lab environment, it can be suspended, means multiple mission environment can be suspended and it is shared with the distributed global teams. Means if you want, you can share them with the multiple global teams, which enable the production and diagnosis of software bugs and issues. Then the Skytap migration API means if you are now to migrate what you are going to use. So you are going to use this Skytap migration API. So this API enables customers to blend, means to combine the Skytap based virtual lab platform with existing on-site IT infrastructure. See, no need of changing the any IT infrastructure for you. So the existing infrastructure can be used to blend with the Skytap's cloud-based virtual lab. Okay, then rather than using cloud resources in Acilio, Skytap's web services API and one-click VPN functionality allows organizers to create hybrid IT. So what you can do using a single click, you can the web API services APIs and VPN functionality allows organizers to create an hybrid IT models whereby cloud resources can be used as an extension of an existing on-site IT environments. So already IT environment is established on your system. What you can do here is you can simply use them. You can connect it to the cloud using the APIs which are provided, and then you can start using the cloud as well as you are going to work with the current environment. Then you have the Skytap APIs and advanced networking features allows company to progressively adopt the cloud resources. Okay, what you can do here, the Skytap's API and advanced networking features which are provided allows the companies to progressively adopt the cloud resources. You can adopt the cloud resources without completely abandoning the business processes and applications there are already established. Means which are already established, you need not actually disturb them. You can start using them. So next point here is Skytap allows companies to run their existing applications, virtual machines, and systems unchanged on the industry standard platform. So what you can do here is you can use this Skytap applications to run their existing applications. So no need of changing the existing applications. You can run the existing applications, virtual machines, and systems unchanged. Then Skytap also cloud infrastructure supports the leading hypervisors. Means you know what is hypervisor? A software which is used to install one or more machines. So this existing infrastructure supports the leading hypervisors. Any hypervisors you can install using. Means that includes the VMware and Citrix Zen, and also support is planned for Microsoft Hyper-V also. So what we have discussed in the earlier class, those softwares, the Hyper-V as well as Microsoft V is also supported by the Skytap, and operating systems such as Microsoft Windows, Linux, and Solaris can also be used with this. Then using the hybrid cloud computing model, organizations have a way to realize the benefits of cloud economics. So, migrating high-cost dynamic environments such as application development and quality assessment, IT ops testing, training, and demo environments provides a low risk of adoption of path to the cloud. Means using this hybrid clouding environment, what you can do here is you can have a lot of benefits of cloud economics as well as migrating the high cost. And also the quality assessment, IT opting testing, training, and etc. It also deliver the high return on investment as okay, ROI, the return on investment, as the dynamic environments fluctuate dramatically and often the most expensive to the administrator. In a hybrid model, companies can maintain production applications on site while conducting all the testing on the cloud. So see here, this is another advantage that the hybrid model, the companies can maintain the production applications on site. Means on site they can have the conduct means the application running, and they can move the testing part to the cloud. Then you have the API and the advanced networking features that are available on the Skytap virtual lab includes the REST based web service interface that enables cloud resources to be controlled programmatically. So it has an RES, representational state transfer based web service interface, which enables the cloud resources to be controlled programmatically. Means what you can do here is you can control the cloud applications programmatically. Then you have a public static IP addresses to provide seamless access to the Skytap environment. So you have a public static IP addresses which are available for you, which can be used in the Skytap environments. Then you have a one-click VPN for easy connection back onto the site environment. So you have a simple button which, when clicked, can be connected back to the on-site IT environment. Means you can fluctuate from the cloud environment to the existing IT environments with a single click. So automated upload of existing virtual machines and software to run the Skytap means you have an automated upload of existing virtual machines. So you can simply use the existing virtual machines to upload them on the software to run the Skytap virtual lab. Next point is the Skytap Virtual Lab provides virtualized infrastructure, including hardware, storage, and networking resources that can be accessed on demand. Means on demand, you can access this virtualized environment when the Skytap Virtualized Lab Management applications is combined with this library, a pre-populated virtual machine library that includes major operating systems. Means when you are combining applications combined, when your virtual application is combined with the Skytap library, lot of entities are available for you. So which include lot of library means um, the library of functions is available for you. Library of entities are available for you, including the operating systems, databases, and other application softwares. So customers can get access to the complete virtual lab solution on demand. Next, okay. Next is about the cloud services when aimed at a mid market. Means until now we are talking about the small market as well as the individual level. But what about if it is of mid market? Means a mid-sized market. So it is likely that there are things that you want to keep somewhat locally and some application storage that you want to put it on the cloud. Means here you don't want everything to be moved towards the cloud. You want something to be placed on the cloud and something you want to move towards the cloud. So this is where you can use the following applications to develop such mid-sized market. One of them is force.com. Migration tool is the force.com migration is more of a roll-up sleeves because you are going to get your hands dirty means compared to being able to point and click your way through a GUI. The force.com migration tool is an ant library that lets you to migrate metadata, code, and settings from your organization to force.com cloud. So what you are doing here is it is a migration tool. Your post.com is a migration tool which is going to use your ant library. So Apache ant library. What is this ant here? It is a Java library and command line tool whose mission is to drive processes described in the build files as targets and extension points dependent upon each other. Means what? It is an Java based library. So, and a command line tool means you are going to use a command line tool because you are not going to have a GUI environment here. You are going to use a command line tool. So, its mission is to drive process described in the build files. Means you want to it will drive. It will take the process which is described in the files in the build files as a target and extension points. Means it is going to take the build files as a target and an extension points and depend upon means which are dependent on each other. So this force.com holds your application as a metadata on the platform. Means it is going to store the information as a metadata on the platform. Okay, so and you can access this metadata. What is this metadata? Data about data means data about data. That is the first.com ID works. It uses metadata to get your code, your packages, and trigger and edit them locally. Means what you are going to do here is you are going to get your using it uses the metadata about data, where data is found, what is its size, etc. is mentioned here, and using that it is going to get your code as well as your packages and triggers and edit them locally. Each time you edit an apex page, it sends the code back to the force.com servers where it is compiled. Means every time when you are going to edit an apex page, makes changes to an apex page here, so it will be sent back to the force.com cloud servers where it is compiled. So this migration tool is a Java and based command line utility for moving metadata between the local directory to the force.com. Means if you want to move the contents from the local library or the local machine, local directory to the force.com machine, so you can use this tool. So this force.com migration tool is specially useful, okay, for development projects when you need to populate a test environment with a large amount of setup changes. You can if you were to make these changes using the web interface, it would take a larger amount of time. Means if you want to here if you need to populate a testing environment with a large amount of setup change, means if you want to make a lot of changes to test your system, then it is a good candidate, your force.com. You can simply move it on the cloud and you can start using. So you can change the using the web interface, it will take a large amount of time. Means if you are going to use the web interface, it will take a lot amount of time, but here it is not a problem. Already it is loaded on some machine, you are simply accessing it. So it is a multi-stage release processes. Most development process run in an interactive cycles of building, testing, and staging before they are released to the production environment. So you have a multiple stages mm, where it has a multiple stages. Interactive cycles for building, testing, and staging before they are released to a production environment. So, scripted retrieval and development of your components makes this process easier and cleaner. So, the retrieval and deployment of your components means easily you can retrieve and deploy your components. It makes this process easier and cleaner. Then, repetitive development using the same parameters. You can retrieve all your organization metadata, makes changes as needed, and deploy the metadata. So you can retrieve all your organization metadata. Means you can use retrieve all the organization metadata can be retrieved, and you can make the changes as needed and deploy the metadata. If you need to do it again, you can just call the same deployment target. So see here, once you are deployed here, you can simply make the changes as needed. Make the you can retrieve all your organization metadata, make it changes and deploy the metadata. Once it is done, so you just have to call the same deployment target. Means once it is done, you can just call it. So in action, how you're going to use this force.com action, we will be discussing in the next class, and after that I would be completing it, the remaining portion of this particular unit in the next class tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, fine.